Project Lakote Sichos Pashas Beshalach Sicha Gimel. When Amalek came to fight the Yidden, Moshe went to the top of a mountain. He spread out his hands towards heaven to daven for his nation. Although Moshe was a leader that was mighty, his arms were weary. Rashi explains that it wasn't because he was an old Zaidi, but it happened because he didn't go to fight the battle personally. When he had this mitzvah opportunity to save the Yidden from their enemy, he was considered to be sluggish in this task specifically. Moshe didn't act in the perfect way, it's hard to say. Therefore, previously, when Moshe didn't give his son Eliezer a bris right away, Rashi excuses Moshe and explains why he did delay. It is dangerous to give a bris when traveling on the way. For delaying the bris by a snake, Moshe almost did die. So it's clear that Moshe learned his lesson and would always try to do mitzvahs quickly and with excitement in the future. So in this case, how could Rashi imply that what Moshe did wasn't proper? Why Moshe didn't lead the battle, we need to understand. Because when Moshe asked Hashem to appoint the next leader, he did demand that it should be someone who would go out before the Yidden to fight. Like he did when against Sichon and Og, he fought with might. What it means to be a leader, Moshe certainly knew. Moshe wasn't a procrastinator, it's true, but this war was different than the rest. To lead the war, he thought Yeshua would be the best. The only reason that Amalek was able to attack was because Amunah the Yidden did lack. Hashem hid his face, unfortunately, and the war had to be fought naturally. Therefore, the soldiers had to be strong physically between the ages of 20 and 60. But since Moshe was 80, he thought that his job was to daven wholeheartedly. Because even to win a war naturally, Hashem's help is necessary. Although he was praying and fasting, and the morale of the soldiers he was boosting, his punishment was measure for measure his hands were weary, because he lacked the enthusiasm to go to war personally. The only Yidden who faced the danger were Yidden who, because of their behavior, were expelled from the cloud of protection, which protected the rest of the Yidden. Rashi could have said that the reason for why Moshe's hands were weary was because the Yidden did sin. But Rashi doesn't excuse Moshe Rabbeinu because he wants to teach a lesson to me and you. When a Yid faces danger, it's not the time for lengthy prayer. Although Hashem was hidden, without making calculations, Moshe had to go save the Yidden. Torah and mitzvahs are like a cloud of protection from the Amalek nation who cools off a person. With a Jew who is outside the cloud, we may think we have no connection, but to save them, Yeshua, who never left the tent of study, was chosen. We must realize that it's our responsibility to save every Jew that is outside our community. When to help another Jew is our priority, we will merit the coming of Mashiach, who will lead us out of Galus speedily.